Hey guys, how's it going? We haven't talked about new games for a long time, and we wanted to do it in style with 7 great franchises that will be returning in 2021 after years of drought and silence. Possibly the last time well, you understand me. We were playing the last game of that franchise, so leave us that like so that when they come out they will give you luck again and you can find your other half soon. Also in this list you'll find some great games that you didn't expect. Promise. Stay to the end of the video because in addition to these 7 great games, we'll tell you about another 20 confirmed iconic sagas that do not have a release date yet, but we need to play now. Yes, the script today has a lot of research, but we want you to have a good time. So let's go with 7 great sagas that will return in 2021. Aloy makes their return this year with more adventures that we will experience in Horizon Forbidden West. The Guerrilla Games game will be released in the second half of 2021 for PS5 and PS4 finally. So don't worry if you suffer from the availability problems of the new Sony, because you will be able to play it without problems. The actress who voices the protagonist says that it's much bigger and better than the first one. Something that we already imagined, because if it's not, what a shitty sequel would it be? She also said that the battle mechanics will be similar to the first, but that now we can do much more like dive underwater and many surprises that they don't want to reveal. This will be the first great game that tests the power of that magical PlayStation 5 SSD. The continuation of the adventures of our beloved Ratchet & Clank will finally come into our lives on June the 11th in Rift Apart, but only for PS5. As Insomniac Games guys have been saying from the beginning. They promise to make the most of the PS5 features, not only in terms of graphics, but as we say, with fast loading between portals, adaptive triggers for weapons, haptic response, and 3D audio. On this occasion, both will face Dr. Nefarious on a mission that will lead them to find him in different parallel dimensions in which we hope they don't meet Wanda, otherwise they're screwed. We're really looking forward to this game, to be honest. We only need to achieve the most difficult thing, to get a PS5. You didn't expect this, huh? Stalker 2 will arrive in 2021 on PC and Xbox after more than 10 years of waiting. The game was announced in 2010 but was cancelled, and in 2018 they returned with development and promises to have one of the biggest open world maps ever seen, as well as a lot of action. They say it will have an epic and non-linear story, that is, that what we decide will influence the short term, and depending on it, the game will pull one way or the other. We don't know much else, but the trailer looks great. Gus Fring leads Los Polos Hermanos to be the dictator of a Caribbean island named Yara, which is said to be the largest Far Cry map to date. In the trailer we see that they are in the middle of a revolution and he wants his son to follow in his footsteps so that the dictatorship continues. As players, we will be a guerrilla guy who tries to restore his nation to its former glory. The Far Cry saga has rarely disappointed us, so we will have to see what will happen with this new installment that will be available for all platforms except Nintendo Switch. We open the top 3 with a PC exclusive, and that is Total War Warhammer 3 finally arrives this year, and everything indicates that it will be in September. It will be the 3rd installment of this well-known strategy game and will allow us to take the conflict to new territories such as Realms of Chaos or Lands of the East. They promise it has the most diverse range of legendary heroes, giant monsters, flying creatures, and magical powers that the series has ever seen. What could go wrong? Without a doubt, it's one of the most awaited sagas, and we all hope that it could be a firm candidate to be Game of the Year. It was scheduled for December of last year, but the Master Chief will finally return in 2021, and everything indicates that it will be a slam dunk, as we could already see in the gameplay that the people of Xbox showed us, the same one in which our dear Craig was presented. The story of Halo 5 will continue in this one, and if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I recommend that you catch up and play the previous Halo so that the next one will surprise you even more and you won't miss anything. Although from 343 Industries they say it isn't essential to have played the previous one. But yes, it's better if you played. Resident Evil Village and what matters most to us, Lady Dimitrescu, will arrive on our consoles and PCs next May 7th. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see us play it on the same launch day, and hit the bell so that YouTube will notify you and don't miss it. The 8th game in the saga will have ultra-realistic graphics with which we will get scared shitless all over again, and in which we will return to control Ethan Winters after what happened in Resident Evil 7. Ethan is already living peacefully with his wife Mia, but he will have to return to go to hell to rescue his kidnapped daughter. Oh boy, this man is always fucked up. Now, after the top games, we're going to give you a quick rundown of another 20 franchise titles that will return soon. The first cannot be any other than God of War. Kratos will return to fight Ragnarok apparently in 2021. But honestly, we don't believe that it will be possible until 2022. Zelda will also return in Breath of the Wild 2, continuing the adventures of the first game. And recently, in the Nintendo Direct, they said they would announce some news soon, so we have to wait. But it's expected to come out at Christmas 2021. Staying with Nintendo, our beloved Bayonetta will return with new adventures soon, but we don't know the exact date yet. And it's the same with Metroid Prime 4, a game that is confirmed, but of which we know less about than the date of when the lack of stock of PS5 and Xbox Series X will end. Movie lovers are in luck because Harry Potter, Indiana Jones, James Bond and Star Wars games are already confirmed. Hogwarts Legacy has already been confirmed to be out in 2022 after the delay. Bethesda is preparing the return of archaeologist Indiana Jones. Ubisoft announced a new Star Wars game. IO Interactive are leaving Hitman for a while to focus on the adventures of Bond, James Bond. Oh wait, we forgot. The Lord of the Rings Gollum is also announced for 2022 and is expected to be a resounding success. Another game that makes us very excitable is Diablo 4 that is expected for this year, and the same with a new Final Fantasy XVI that, presented alongside the PS5, seemed that it was going to come out this year, but it looks like we will have to wait a little longer. Hopefully not as much as the infinite delay of the remake of Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, which we don't know the release date for, but if you ask us, we don't care much either. Many of us are eagerly waiting for The Elder Scrolls 6, about which absolutely nothing is known, but that several leaks indicate that it will be ready for 2025-2026. Far away. Take-Two Interactive confirmed that they are working on a new Bioshock game. Of course, it doesn't have a release date, but they confirmed the development will take a long time. And since we had a lot of text today, we'll only tell you about other games with great sagas confirmed for the coming months, and they are Dragon Age, Mass Effect, Perfect Dark, Fable, and Forza Motorsport. Well, we are going to have a very good year, don't you think? What is the game that you're waiting for the most? What saga would you like to see coming back? Don't be shy and tell us what you think. Of course, we will talk about all these games on the channel, so don't forget to subscribe here, and if you want to have a little more fun, don't hesitate to watch this video. See you soon guys, bye!